Welcome to another Born to be Wild NZ adventure. My name's Saxon and I absolutely love the outdoors. Join my friends, family, of course Arti and I as we explore our country's unique landscape and search for a variety of game animals and fish and make some amazing memories that we'll never forget, both on top of and underneath the water. I plan to showcase as much of our incredible backyard as I can, along with the amazing animals that call it their home. Well, it's that exciting time of the year again. The temperatures have plummeted and the Tahr are running hard. Keen as to get amongst the action, we've set off down south to chase these beasts in the rugged country they call home. Joining me on this trip is Hamish Morgan, a young keen hunter eager to get his first Tahr on the deck, and Jack Kelly, an avid bow hunter hoping to get amongst it all too. And as always, there's no party without Arti. I've decided to change things up this trip, and I brought the old open-sided 303 along to see if we can get one on the ground with that too. This was a new spot for all of us, which certainly adds to the overall excitement and adventure. The cold Alps air was certainly a shocker. The night's sleep under the ute wasn't the warmest, but the promise of rutting bulls and a hot coffee soon got us out of bed. Jack let a few arrows loose to make sure him and his equipment was behaving the way it should. With our gears packed, we set off and plunged straight into that fresh snow melt water. Dry boots certainly weren't an option this trip. You beauty. Here she is there for the distance. Boys are just coming up the track now. Still got plenty of time for an evening hunt. So excited to see the hut. Well, it's lost it then. Beautiful wee hut. Up. Our packs there. Just in time for lunch. We'll cook up a wee feed and then we've got some really handy, awesome hunting. So head up behind us and hopefully get straight into some action.
This knife actually sucks.
Did you use the back side of it, were you? Jack using the wrong side of the knife was a good sign we were pretty hungry and tired from the walk-in, so a big feed was up first, followed by a firewood gathering session.
We're just off for a firewood mish, trying to find some things lying around. We're expected about down to -6 or something tonight, so it could be pretty chilly. And that hut's got plenty of air holes and different things in it. She's pretty ancient, so we'll try and warm it up as much as we can.
It's bloody freezing. Drizzle's starting to set in up on the tops. Saxon and Hamish are going to head up behind the hut here for a bull, and I'm just going to poke around these next few gullies and pretty handy and see if there's anything hanging around.
Hamish has just spotted a 3 nannies across the face from us. Good to finally see some life. Things are starting to move, so we just keep making our way up this gully behind us, and yeah, things are starting to clear up there, which is quite cool. It looks really promising.
So we've just seen something that looks a little bit more impressive than what we were looking at earlier. See those big bluff systems up the back there? Right in the guts of that we're seeing an alright looking bull holding quite a few nannies. So it's miles away from where we are. We're thinking we're just going to cruise up the stream here, try and keep down low and out of sight. And yeah, just see what else comes out, see how close we can get to this one.
Well, just going to head up the stream, and there's a wee spur on this side of where the Tahr is that we can be hidden, so make our way up there and see if we can get close enough.
Seriously feeling wrecked. My legs are starting to cramp up a wee bit. It's been a big day. We're still about 100 metres out from that ridge. We're a bit over, sorry, and hopefully we've got enough light for a shot. Hopefully it's close enough too. She's well into the negatives and Hamish has got a t-shirt on, so just shows you how hard we're working for this one. Whew. Rush, we just found the bull. Hamish is just getting ready for a shot at 200 yards out, so nice and handy. It was certainly a game of cat and mouse with this particular bull. Every time we got into position, he'd fed into the next gut and our light was fading terribly. his keen senses soon got the better of us. As nice as it would have been to get Hamish's first bull on the first night, we'd barely assessed the animal, and with the promise of a beauty forecast we knew we were going to have another shot.
A cool night, cool running, but ways tomorrow. Gotta get back to camp now, she's going to be a hell of a slog back.
Fire going as well, good man.
Champion.
Fire was going.
Oh,
Oh, we're woken up to some pretty horrendous winds this morning. They've just died down now, which is great. Hamish and I have some pretty sore legs too, so we've had a bit of a sleep in. Jack's made his way off down the valley here and he's set up into one of those far catchments, and Hamish and I are just going to get our gears packed, take the 303 and the 270 and head up to that peak in behind here and just work our way along that ridge. And there's a lot of nice gnarly little guts and shoots there where plenty of Tahr should be hanging out, so hopefully get into some action. Can't do anything without a coffee first.
Just spotted a nanny about 300 yards out, so where there's a nanny there's usually a bull this time of the year.
So we've just popped over this ridge. I think we made a really good plan by coming around here. We've seen one bull off in the distance and about another 3 nannies below us. It's just our wind's been a bit funny. We don't sort of know what it's doing. Hoping there's a wee bit of a thermal coming up. We might make a stalk down to this bull if he looks alright, but get the camera on him, see what he is. But yeah, really cool start. It's hard work at this time of year because they all look really impressive with their manes, but there's a little bit more age in him than what we've seen in the other Tahr, and he's very close to camp, and it's going to be Hamish's first Tahr, so we're thinking, why not? We'll give it a crack. He's holding a few nannies there and looks all impressive with his mane flailing around.
Shit, yeah, I'd be absolutely chuffed with that. Just cut back down there and across onto that wee knob there and then just shoot straight across.
Right, she's action time. Oh, she's a very frustrating outcome. We're just sitting here at a perfect wee spot to shoot from, and yeah, of course he's not there. He's just dipped into the bush or poked over the ridge. So we've seen another young bull coming out with those 2 nannies below us. Very, very young. Not even worth thinking about, but I think we're just going to head back up to where we were and sidle through these bluffs behind us and see what else we can pick up on the way through. Oh, Jack's just made his way up through the stream, we believe. He's up hunting this sort of country in here, trying to get below those bluffs for the evening. Just before we left, this young fella also popped out of the bush. Once again, very young. Our main goal for this trip was some really spectacular skins, and he wasn't cutting it, so we let him be. Fairly steep wee shoot we've been making our way up. Hopefully you're going to be able to get up through these rocks over the top there. Certainly a bit of hairy McCleary stuff, but it's not too bad. Rightio, so just spotted an almost enough bull. Hamish is just a bit further down, he's making his way up the chute. Unfortunately the bull spotted me, so just told him to steam up, give him the signal. Hopefully he still stays and gives him the chance to get a shot, but he looks alright, looks okay. Come on mate, Steam it. Oh yeah, still there. Yep, rightio, okay, I'm going to sit up here. Come in this way. See him? Yeah. Poke your head up a little higher. Alright. See him there, just around the rocks. Ready, hey, come on. Come on. Right.
just keep an eye on him. See if he stops, he's going to stop.
See up there, how does that feel?
When you're ready.
You little ripper. Good stuff. Absolutely sacked him, mate. Congratulations. Perfect. I was poked up. It was rushed. I know it was. His heart would have been going hard out as well. Having to pull that close and having to steam up the hill.
That one over there, whistle it?
Whereabouts? Just
straight over there.
Oh, I love that shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, rightio. Now this was a tricky situation. We didn't want to be shooting everything we've seen, and with one bull down it really had to be an impressive animal for Hamish to have a crack, and he turned out to be just that, a real beauty bull. We had a wee minute to assess through the camera before he made it into the next gut. We decided he sure was a shooter.
Work. He stops here. Come on, boy. Yeah, okay, I've still got my eyes on him. Yeah. smoke now.
Oh, it might be a bit hard to hear us over the Kias going off in the background. It was a pretty cool touch to that pretty magic moment, eh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just poked up a massive rush to get there in the end. Hamish was about 20-30 metres behind me up the steep chute and just had to rock it up there. I was going, come on mate, do it. We've had a hell of a push up this evening. And got in, he managed to nail that first ball with a beautiful shot, dropped on the spot. And then another really nice ball's come out, eh? Yeah. And it was just, we were looking at it and going, a bit hard to leave, yeah. For a second bowl ever should be an absolute beauty, and we'll strip everything we can off them. But I'm going to sit here, have a bit of lunch first. We are knackered, eh? The legs are starting to feel it.
100%.
So yeah, hook into a bit of food, have a cuppa, and we'll go find these bowls. One's real handy, and the other one's in a gut somewhere that might be a bit of a challenge, but I'm sure we can make it happen nice and early on in the day too. Just Hamish making his way through some icy stuff.
Alright, look at that. Look at the coat on the big thing. Holy heck.
Hamish was chuffed, and as he should be. He'd put in the hard work and secured himself his first bull Tahr. We decided to mark him on the map and carry on and find his other bull. We knew it was going to be something special. Lovely animal, really lovely animal. A lot more growth rings there we can see. Awesome work, Hamish, awesome work. Well done, mate. Congratulations, and a lovely, lovely skin on him. And that's sort of what we've been after. So a little bit hard to turn him down, wasn't it? When we shot that other one, he was a younger bull, but we really wanted to get Hamish's first one on the deck, and then this one came out. So yeah, I'm an R-ring, but thought why not? We're in here and there's plenty of Tahr around, so might as well take a lovely one like that. Curls right back into his mane there. I'm struggling to judge how big he is, but fair bit of height and enough age there, so it'll be interesting to get a measure on him. This is going to be incredibly rough, and definitely just a rough guide on what he is, but we're pretty eager to check, so we use this and use the iPhone measuring app, see how that goes. Believe it or not, the iPhone measuring app turned out to be bang on, and a follow-up measure after the trip confirmed he was 13 inches, a real cracker. See if Hamish can manage to get him down into this nice little flat location for a butchery session and a good photo. The size of that beast, eh? Absolute ripper. Looks like you almost found a quicker way back to the hut. Oh no. Oh, the pack. Oh no, we're right, we're all good. Good stuff, that worked. Just noticed a very interesting little hoof on this fella. I do not know what's going on there.
My goal for this trip was to come in and get my first bull Tahr, but to get something of this size has definitely exceeded my expectations, so super stoked with it, eh?
Well, I'm no pro with the old Tahr, but looking at it, he's about 8.5 years old, maybe going on 9, so he's a nice old animal. And to be right on that 13-inch mark, he's 12 and 7/8, so I'm pretty sure when we get a proper measure, he might be going that 13, which is just unreal. So a couple pretty stoked hunters. But we're going to spend a fair bit of time taking off as much as we can off this bull, and then obviously the other bull back there. So all the skin's coming. This is going to look unreal on the couch back at home or on the carpet, eh? Yep. And obviously they are rutting and he smells absolutely putrid, but we're going to take as much meat as we can. We're not too far from camp. Certainly going to do this big guy some justice. Hate to leave these animals on the hill. While all this was going down, Jack was getting into a bit of action himself.
I've just stalked up on this mob of 30 Tahr for the last, say, hour and a half, and there was a very decent looking bull in amongst them, and unfortunately I just couldn't get close enough, and then they got onto me and he left and the nanny presented itself, so I just shot a nanny and it is down. So yeah, about to go down and get it. Awesome. Yep, so they were just over here and then they buggered off and I was down here a bit further, so I quickly gapped it across. One was still sitting there and they're all still sitting there now. There she is, the wee nanny. Just going to whip the bank stakes off her and I'll just head back to camp. Sweet.
Congratulations, Jack. It's no easy feat chasing these animals in this vast open country with a bow. A well-earned tar. Well done, mate.
Making our last sort of 500 metres down to the hut. It looks like we've got company tonight, so to be expected. She has a long weekend. Had a couple of headlights flashing down. So we've just got a few trampers in the hut at the moment, other hunters, so we thought we'd move outside, don't keep them awake for too long. So what we've got is some rice, a couple packs of that, and we've got our rich meat gravy. Obviously this is going to be a bit rough, but we're just going to cut up very thin, try and hide the taste of that rutting bull with a bit of gravy and some garlic butter, obviously, as per usual, and hopefully get a feed going before Jack turns up from his big walk out. Just cutting it up real thin like this, so hopefully a theory is it might make it a little bit more tender, almost like mince. Get that gravy and all the flavours in and around it. It is looking absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit questionable, but not too bad. Jack's back, by the way. He survived, he made it. He shot a tar as well, so good on you, Jack. So we've got our gravy and meat there. We're just going to put a bit of water into that rice, cook that up. We've got some pretty tasty looking meal, sort of. Believe it or not, the old bull tasted beautiful. We lit the fire, warmed up, reminisced about the day's events before hopping into bed. We started the day bright and early, gaining plenty of altitude. The old cannon and I were up next.
So we've just steamed our way up this gully here, trying to gain a bit of height instead of walking up the main leading ridge. We're going to come up, we're going to poke our way up onto the saddle here, poke over the top, and there's some lovely big sort of gnarly bluffy ridges over that other side. And with a bit of luck, the sun's hitting that face and our thermals will be pouring up, so we'll be looking down and everything. And fingers crossed, there's something there nice and handy for a very open sight shot. I just poked over into this beautiful stunning big basin. Absolutely gorgeous. It's such a nice still morning. It's a bit too open for this sort of kit, but we'll just have a wee glass and then make our way on up over into that other side. Finally making it up over this main ridge. Hopefully all that walk was worth it.
She is gnarly. We've just spotted a alright bull, one I'd certainly be stoked with this thing, but he's at about 209 yards and there's no way to get any closer. He's got nannies all around him and there's just a massive vertical drop off in front of us, so we'll just dip back onto the ridge, poke around, see if we can find something else high. Got ourselves a wee nanny in range of the 3.0 there, but it's not what I want at this stage. We've spotted a really nice bull, about 16 nannies or something with him. Yeah, so that's 16 sets of eyes that you got to try and elude and get in there with that that rifle. But he's in a gnarly wee spot. We're going to try and have a crack. You never know what could happen. He's a lovely looking animal, gorgeous looking skin. So we'll give it a crack, eh? See what happens. Might as well try. Right, I'm sneaking in on this bull and his other 16 nannies. This is just fingers crossed he hasn't moved too far around. He's still in the scut. He's such a nice bull. It's a shame he's just moving his way over into the next little cut, so we've got another big stalk to try and get past his nannies again.
With nannies stationed as lookouts everywhere, our only option was to walk right through them. As silly as it sounds, any other approach would have spooked everything worse. Unfortunately, this brought me into a very alert bull, presenting a rush standing shot.
Oh, a bit of a shame. It was a very nice bull, and I don't know what he was at, 60 or 70 or something, and I was just peering over that rock and let a shot go. I obviously missed me, ran off fine. I couldn't find any blood or nothing like that, so bit of a shame, but we are thirsty. We are very thirsty. We've got a long way to go before we get to water, unfortunately, so we're going to make our way back up from the tops, sidle back round where Hamish's bull was yesterday, hopefully get into some water there and some more action. With a bit of luck, evening will be coming on soon too, so just never know what might pop out.
Rightio, I think we're into a bit of action now. We've got a small group of nannies around the corner here, there's about 8 or 9. I'm going to poke over the 3.0, it should be around about that 30-40 yards, which is just going to be mint. See if we can get a couple on the ground. Getting pretty excited now. hold it there. That middle one. Hold that middle one. Here we are. Just keep an eye on that one in the front. Cool. Yep, ready? Awesome, awesome.
Oh well, that was a good bit of redemption from the last shot. Got in there and looks like we've nailed 3. Just one's poked around the corner, so hopefully she's dead down there. But yeah, 3 nice wee nannies. So many of them around here, so it's a good thing instead of just sticking to those pools, taking the odd one out. So pretty stoked with the rifle too. Good bit of excitement. Oh, awesome, looks like we've got our first one just here. That's the bigger nanny of the lot. Shouldn't go too far at all. Oh, here we go, very cool. It's an incredibly large nanny. Awesome. This big old girl. Wicked. That's going to be awesome chilling. It's just taking out that front leg far out. So we've got this one here. We're just going to poke over the corner. Hopefully this girl's there. She looks like she's limping off with a wee bit of a sore shoulder, so I might need a follow-up shot. So we'll just go check her out. Unfortunately, a follow-up shot was needed on this one. She fell down into a gut that was completely inaccessible. So we went back and removed all the meat we could off the other Tahr. Oh, she's no big bull, but it's a lovely nanny, and it's going to be some pretty awesome back steaks, and that'll be our dinner tonight. Probably a bit tastier than the Rutting bull tail we had last night, but yeah, really cool experience, eh? Knock something over with this. And managed to do that. A lovely rifle. We've got that other one down, which is good, and hopefully we'll run to that other girl in a second soon. But yeah, take a bit of time taking the meat off her because it should be absolutely awesome eating. Looks like she's in great condition, but yeah, awesome experience. Our plan's just to mish it through this series of guts here, that down. Pick up Hamish's bull from the other day and make our way back up to that ridge. So it could get a little bit gnarly and hopefully come across something on the way. Hamish's first bull from yesterday. It was our last evening of hunting this beautiful piece of paradise, so it was a pretty epic feeling sitting up on the tops, soaking it all in with Hamish's first bull Tahr, and of course the very cheeky locals. We've got our mates coming in to help us. There we are, beautiful looking bull Tahr skin. And we're a little bit earlier today, so we're making it back in the light, which is nice. Artie's made a wee nest there, but we're going to start moving again. Hamish just finished off that bull skull there. And it'll be a couple hours back to camp. Hopefully, nice fire going for us as well. We were back at a reasonable hour, lit the fire, and enjoyed a rather interesting meal. But honestly, hear me out, it was amazing. Absolutely starving night, so we're gonna do something a bit different. We've got a garlic butter as usual. We've got noodles, got 2 packs of creamy carbonara, got tomato and basil, pasta of some description, and gonna chuck 2 Tahr back steaks in there too. So gonna be interesting, but yeah, a whole lot of flavours. Absolute abomination going on here, but it should be very tasty. That looks incredible. Looks weird, but the flavours are going to be just sensational.
Give that a 8.5.
We capped off the night with whatever you'd like to call that. Hit the hay early and began our walk out the next morning. We were all buzzing, ticking off our goals for the trip. Amazing weather, plenty of laughs and some great company with great mates. Once again, thank you for joining us at a Born to be Wild NZ adventure, and stay tuned for the next one.